Hello students. In the last class, we have seen about the harmonic versus transients, and then have discussed about the harmonic phase sequence, and then triplet harmonics. And also, I discussed about the harmonic indices with respect to the harmonic indices with respect to total harmonic distortion. Okay, you are aware of the total harmonic distortion. The total harmonic distortion, the THD, the total harmonic distortion, is evaluated to quantify the distortion with respect to harmonics. The quantity is evaluated to quantify the distortion with respect to harmonics. The THD, the total harmonic distortion, is evaluated for current and voltage. The THD is square root of the VDC square or the IEDC square plus the summation of n equal to 1 to maybe the infinity or any number also. It is Vn square by the fundamental. Okay, the numerator is of the factor of the harmonics, the harmonic by the fundamental value. With respect to the fundamental, how much is the harmonic content? This is have given with respect to the voltage. We can evaluate for the current also. Particularly in some of the systems, they quantify to the individual harmonic distortion. The individual harmonic distortion with respect to any order of the magnitude, by the fundamental, maybe I3, maybe I5 by I1. The fifth harmonic content, how much is drawing or is delivering into the system with respect to the fundamental. In some of the distribution systems, they'll try to mention about how much is the percentage of the harmonic current is to be injected to the source or to be drawn by the source also, because they have the utility side. They try to design a passive filter. Okay, if you take a 1 per unit, it is of the fifth harmonic current is allowed is around a 50% of the fundamental current. In that case, they try to prescribe the fifth harmonic current, whatever the load which you connect, the fifth harmonic current is able to draw the 50% of the fundamental current. This is the load. This is the fifth, whatever the load which you connect to at a point of common coupling. The point of common coupling is the point where the utility or any kind of a system or a distribution system here at this particular point, they have been connected to the loads. They call it as from the distribution point of, from the consumer point of view, they consider this as a point of common coupling. In a household, your main what to say, wherever you measure the current, wherever the what to say, the energy meter, wherever you connect the energy meter, that point to be call it as a point of common coupling also. Okay, the point of common coupling where the different sources have been connected at a one particular point also. Okay, yeah. The 50 percentage, the load whatever you connect at the point of common coupling can be able to deliver only the 50 percentage. Why they fixed was because the filter which is there, this is a filter which has been connected to the point of common coupling, is rated to only the 50 percentage. So because of that reason, they go with the individual harmonic distortion. Individual harmonic distortion. Okay, the individual harmonic distortion is also individual harmonic distortion is also measured with respect to the current and current and voltage. Current and voltage. These are the two indices which are used to quantify the harmonics. Next is the total demand distortion. Total demand distortion. Okay, with this itself only we can understand the demand. Okay, when you say about a demand, is it the demanded is with respect to the power, we can say power demand? Okay, or in the power demand also, when you say about a power demand, the voltage is fixed. Only the current is a varying parameter. When you are evaluating the power, the voltage is fixed. Only with respect to the current also is varying. The total demand distortion is nothing but the with respect to the harmonic content of the current, harmonic content of the current with respect to the peak current. When you say about a demand, there won't be an existence of the voltage. There will be only with respect to the current only. Whatever the total demand distortion factor is there is only applicable to evaluate the distortion factor with respect to the current alone. With respect to the current alone. With respect to the current alone. Okay. What is the necessity of having this particular total demand distortion? Okay, total demand distortion. Suppose if you take a signal, if I take a signal, okay, then we have over here this particular signal. Okay, this has the same I mean, it's a periodic signal. Okay, the amplitude of this signal is of say assume that it is a 0.5 amperes peak to peak. 0.5 amperes peak to peak. There is one more signal. There is one more signal which is of a magnitude which is of a magnitude which is of a peak to peak signal having a magnitude, I'm just of same periodic, this is a magnitude signal which is of 1000 amperes, which is of 1000 amperes peak to peak. Okay, this signal of, I can say that a signal of 0.5 amperes, this is the current signal of having a 1000 amperes. For these two signals, if you evaluate the THD of 0.5 amperes and the THD of around 1000 amperes, the THD will be the same only. Okay. Why? Because with respect to the harmonic current by the I1, if you are evaluating but IH by I1, the factor which is there in the numerator and the denominator, just the scaling factor is there, something like x of x of. Okay, and here is also x of, I mean, here it should not be, but maybe with respect to the 0.5 amperes and with respect to the 100, maybe the factor of here it is yeah. Here, with respect to this, the numerator harmonic content, the denominator harmonic content will be the same only, only the factor is there. It is going to get cancelled out in the numerator and the denominator. So the THD of 0.5 amperes signal peak to peak, THD of 1000 amperes peak to peak will be the same only. Even, I mean, if you think about a source which is drawing this particular current of 0.5, okay, 0.5 by one particular load is a THD is of 47 percentage, 47.7 percentage, and both the signals of 1000 amperes and a signal of 0.5 amperes is the same only. Now, as such, like for a 0.5 current, if you look into the current magnitudes of the current, a 0.5 amperes having a THD of the 0.5 47.7 percentage may not looks like it should not be considerable also, because the current itself is very low current when you consider the when you compare the current of 1000 amperes peak to peak current. It should not be. For that reason only, in order to distinguish the THD, the harmonic current uh, importance, we need to evaluate with respect to the peak current. Okay, with respect to the peak current. For 1000 amperes, it's obvious we have to look into that harmonic distortion. How much the distortion level is there? For a 0.5 amperes a signal, when you have a distortion, when you have a harmonics, it should not be considered. For that reason only, what they have gone for is the total demand distortion is equal to the harmonic current by the peak current. The peak current is with respect to in a day or in a week or month or a year duration also, or even the peak current can also be taken as a short circuit current also. The current can also be taken as the short circuit current also. Now, if you take about the THD, maybe the total demand distortion of 0.5 amperes, if you compare the total demand distortion factor for the two signals, maybe the 0.35, the short circuit current is of fundamental is 1000, and if you compare the factor of the harmonic distortions current of 1000 amperes, maybe around 750 by 1000. Okay, for the signal of, this is signal of a 0.5 amperes peak to peak. This is the TDD for a signal of 1000 amperes peak to peak. Now, when you compare this particular value, this total demand distortion is very higher than this particular value. So now this is the total demand distortion for this signal of a 0.5 to 0.5 is not so considerable also. It's not so considerable also. And also there is one more important point. Before going to this particular point, uh, what we discussed is we discussed about the total harmonic distortion and then the individual harmonic distortion, and these are the two indices which are being used for the voltage, as well as it can be used for voltage or current, whereas total demand distortion factor is used for only a current, And now, when you see that the individual harmonic distortion, you can use at any point of a time also. So how about the TST? What is the importance of going for to having a TST? In general, the TST, when you go for any kind of an inverter applications, to quantify the performance of your inverter, you will be going for a total harmonic distortion. Whenever you go for a PWM scheme, where we'll be going for a total harmonic distortion, how much is allowed also. Even there also, we are going to find the harmonic spectrum. What is the, when you see the harmonic spectrum, what we can observe is we can observe the magnitudes of the individual harmonic content also. Okay. Yeah. Now, what is the importance of going for a TST and TA? When are being used also? See, when is the source and then the load, in that case, whatever an example which has been given just now of a peak to peak of 0.5 amperes, having about a 1000 ampere signal, a square signal of 1000 amperes to peak. In that case, if you have this particular system, in this case of going for a TDD with respect to the current is appropriate. Rather than going for a TST with respect to a current. Okay. If you say about the voltage, in that case, when you say about a voltage, we can very well have to go for a TST or the individual harmonic distortion. These are the, for a particular to this system of a source and a load, going for individual harmonic distortion and going for TST is appropriate with respect to the voltage. And with respect to the current, going for TDD is appropriate for this particular system. For voltage, we have to go for TST as well as the individual harmonic distortion. With respect to the current, going for TDD is appropriate. Suppose if you have a system, something like a system where a device, a custom power device is used to improve the source current quality. I mean, whatever you've been studied about, the device is custom power device used to improve the source current, but not the load current. In that case, we just try to make out the source current to be a sinusoidal. Okay, whatever the harmonic content is there is going to come by this custom power device. In that case, if you want to know the performance of your custom power devices, that means that if you measure the source current THD, total harmonic distortion, is an appropriate whenever we are going for a custom power devices. Know the performance of your custom power devices. That's what I was mentioning about. Whenever an inverter is there, if you want to know the performance of an inverter, I mean, we will be operating this inverter by using the pulse width modulation or any kind of a modulation scheme we are going to use, and we are going to use this inverter as multi-level inverters also. In that case, to know about the distinguish the multi-level with the two-level, how do you quantify it? We are trying to do that harmonic analysis. The harmonic analysis, as I mentioning, either you can go for a total harmonic distortion or else the individual harmonic distortion, or else the harmonic spectrum also. Anyway, the harmonic spectrum also is going to give about the individual harmonic as well as the THD. Okay. Yeah, in that case, we can go for a THD or the individual harmonic. even in this case of the current quality improvement devices of custom power device also, to evaluate TST is an appropriate method also. Is an appropriate if you want to uh, know the performance of your custom power devices, whether the source current quality is improved also. In this case, in this particular case, measurement of the TDD is not a correct way. So it's not, we don't give any kind of a helpful information because the custom power devices itself has been used to improve this current quality. In order to know that whether the quality of the current has been improved by using the custom power device or not, going for the TST is an appropriate way. Okay, for a system, when you don't have a capacity, when you don't have any kind of a custom power devices, measuring out the TDD with respect to the current is an appropriate solution. With respect to the voltage, measuring out the individual harmonic distortion and TST is an appropriate when you don't have the custom power devices. Suppose at this point is a point of common coupling where your custom power device and the load and electricity has been connected. This has been called as a custom point of common coupling. In this case, or any kind of you have been utilized any kind of a mitigating devices, TST is an appropriate harmonic indices will be used both for voltage as well as the current also. Even going for individual harmonic distortion is also suitable. But it all depends. I mean, which factor when you are going to utilize, it's all depends. Okay, and this I hope that this kind of a description will give a clarity when which harmonic indices to be used also. Okay, generally like I mean most of the in a literature any kind of a device which they try to use an inverter applications, they go for a TST only. They go for a total harmonic distortion only. But some of the cases where they go for the individual harmonic distortion. Why? Because they go for a if you are going for any kind of a passive filter kind of a connection to nullify any kind of individual harmonic. Okay, if you want to eliminate, suppose in this case of a third harmonic, if I want to eliminate, in that case, whether the third harmonic current has been eliminated in this particular source or not also, in that case, going out the individual harmonic distortion is an appropriate solution. Okay. In the next lecture, I'll try to discuss about the harmonic limits with respect to the distribution level, voltage levels. Okay, thank you.